There's a whole feeling that there's no civility left in our system, and particularly the political system, and that's got to stop. And we could show it today. My opponent is Max Rose. He's a good man. Man's an American hero. He served our country. We both want to serve you in Congress, but we're not enemies. We might have a few different philosophies, but we just want to do the same thing, represent you. So we could start with civility right here in the public domain, in the political domain. So thank you for allowing us to be with you today, and know that it's a hard thing for us to do as well. Thank you very much, and I would ask you also to give my opponent the same opportunity to be heard as I did, because as I said, civility's got to start here. Thanks so much.
This horrible, horrible era of transactional politics and vitriolic politics and money in politics, it is destroying our country, and I am sick and tired of being reminded of it. But lastly, I think it's also important that we not only change our rhetoric in the immediate aftermath of a tragedy. We've got to stop establishing that there's the other in our society. Someone who we must be fearful of, someone who has just come here, someone who looks different than us, someone who is the reason why we're not living as well as we would like. We have got to stop this rhetoric in this country. Because these instances, these tragedies will not stop. They just won't. So, you know, my campaign is rooted in a very basic belief that we can think big and transformatively and dynamically in this country yet again. That our problems, whether it's a commuting nightmare, whether it's an affordability crisis, whether it's gun violence, whether it's the opioid epidemic, we do not have to sit on the sidelines and watch these crises continue to ravage our communities. So I'll close with just a very simple story. It's been the story that I've told the most during the course of this campaign. It's difficult every time to tell it. When I served in Afghanistan, my soldiers came from everywhere. Black, white, Jewish, Christian, gay, straight, dreamer, citizen. None of that mattered, though, when it came time to getting the job done. And that was especially true when my vehicle hit a bomb in Afghanistan. And as I was lying there in a hospital bed, a two-star general comes up to me. He looks down and he says, "Son, 5 years ago you'd be dead." Then he walks away. That's how generals comfort you. That's also how Scott comforts you. But he was right. If I had hit that bomb in 2003 rather than 2013, not only would I have died, but more importantly, people I loved, people I was entrusted with protecting and leading would have lost their lives. The only reason why I lived is Congress had gotten together years prior and dedicated just a couple $100 million to put armor underneath my vehicle. Successfully pushed the explosion away from its core, and they did it in a bipartisan manner, and more importantly than that, they did it in a quiet manner. They didn't care about Fox, they didn't care about MSNBC, they didn't care about tweeting, they didn't care about their donors. They just got the job done and they saved my life. I'm standing before you as a congressional candidate because Congress got something done, and it's time that they do that in a much bigger manner. So let's get to work, folks. That's why I'm running, and that's exactly what I will do as your next elected member of Congress. Thank you all so much again for
A lot of people are going to see this. This is probably going to go viral. I don't think the American public has ever seen an opponent. I mean, what you just did was just unbelievable. You talk about civility.
I think the public's disgusted about what people call one another names. There are two people who want the same job, who want the privilege of representing it. We have difference in philosophies, different beliefs, and that's what should dictate who wins or loses. The public should see that instead of the name calling. Sometimes the rhetoric gets in the way and you don't even know what someone stands for. People should stand up, tell the public what they stand for, recognize that their opponent has a similar opportunity to let people know what they're about, and then let the people choose. But this rhetoric has got to stop. This name calling's got to stop. We should be civil and an example to the general public of how if we could do it, everyone should be able to do it.
Now, from a homeland security standpoint, is there anything that can be done legislatively when people write hate online, social media, whether it's Twitter, this Gab? I mean, it's pretty shocking what people write. Can something be done?
And a lot of that is mined by the FBI and various law enforcement agencies. They follow the internet to see if there's any hate language and if there's any actions that can be taken because of that. So it's done. What we've done in Congress, we've allowed synagogues, houses of worship, shoals to apply for homeland security money so that they can use that money for protective measures, whether it be cameras, alarms, security guards. So we've already taken some measures to help religious institutions protect themselves.
Now, is there going to be more done for 2019? I'm saying every year there's allocations, right? So is that coming up now?
Yes, we're in the process of appropriating money now for 2018.
Do you think there'll be more money because of what just
I think
happened?
so. I think so.
Okay, thank you.